Hello everybody, welcome back. And if you've watched the last couple of videos I did on speakers that I've had brought to me to test, this one amongst others was brought to me yesterday, and all the other ones tested good except for another dust cap. But the guy who brought them said he'd try and fix it himself. And anyway, this one is an 8-inch. It's very big and very heavy, so I guess you could call it a woofer, although it has a fairly good frequency response, which I'll demonstrate later. But if we look at the cone, the dust cap, there's signs of discoloration and possibly mould. So the first test I do with big speakers like this is I put a low frequency, normally around 5 Hz, into them and see if the voice coils are scraping. So when we do this one, I'll turn the volume up. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is clearly scraping on the magnet. And if I change frequency to 200 Hz, so just a minute. You can see or hear that does not sound right at all. But if I do this, I can cure the problem by moving the coil slightly in the magnet. Okay, that sounds more like a square wave than a sine wave. But I mean, if we go slightly higher in frequency, that's 300 Hz. That sounds absolutely fine, but that's beside the point. You can't have a speaker doing that horrible scraping, can you, at low frequencies? So I don't know really how to go about fixing this problem. I mean, I could heat this suspension on both sides to a certain degree and then try and move it over slightly. Maybe when it cooled it'll be okay, but I think we're talking fractions of a millimetre here. It could make it worse. It's possible that some of the mould or whatever has got inside the magnet speaker separation and causing that distortion, scraping. But what is even more weird is, okay, we've got no signal now, amplifier still connected, right, I'm just preparing myself, amplifier still connected, volume's turned down. If I move it manually, if you can hear that, definite scraping. Okay, right, here's the speaker wire, disconnect it, no scraping when I do this, which I find rather bizarre. So I thought I had to go and think about this for a while. I never come across something as odd as this, and I checked the amplifier over there on the output. I was getting 19.2 millivolts DC offset, and I won't measure it now, but take it for my word, it was 19.2 millivolts. So I thought maybe that DC offset's having some impact upon the speaker. Okay, that's a possibility, I thought. So I stuck a capacitor in series with it to block the DC. I didn't use a non-polarised, but I used a big, whatever it is, 4700. Made no difference whatsoever. It was still scraping with the amplifier connected, but no signal. So that was even more mysterious. So what did I do then? I thought about it a bit, and I thought, is it something to do with the amplifier having a very low output in impedance? So what I did then was, I got the two speaker wires, one going to the positive terminal, one going to the negative terminal on the speaker, and shorted them together. What did I get when I do this again? Scraping. Wow, that's really hard to get my head around. Okay, I'm generating a voltage when I do that. The coil's moving in the magnet. So, where does this get us all? I don't know where it gets me. There's another one over there. I won't test that one now, but that performs exactly the same. It's got exactly the same problem with it. And so this morning I thought I'd try something a little bit different. I got this rather horrible one out the attic, and I did the same test on that one. With this one, of course, no scraping, but try shorting the wires together, terminals. No scraping at all. No scraping. I mean, it is fairly old and abused, and not much good for anything really. So, connected it up to the signal generator. This one works fine. You can stick 5 Hz into it. It doesn't do anything it shouldn't. So, we're back to this mysterious problem, which I've never come across. But then again, I haven't done much speaker testing to this degree. So, I don't know if anybody's got any ideas about that. I really don't know what I have to do. Other than what I said, heat the suspension, whatever you call it, rubber, and try and gently move it and let it cool while applying a 200 Hz tone to it. I'm not quite in the mood to struggle on to do that at the moment, but well, we've still got it on test. I'll just show you what it's like at different frequencies. And there is a slight crackle you can hear. That's just a 19.2 millivolt DC that comes out of my amplifier. And there's no way to adjust that in the amplifier, no way easily. But let's just try on different frequencies. That's 300. $1K. $5K. Still working quite nicely. 6, 7, 8, 9. I can hear that. 10. Yeah, it's just about here, audible. I'm not going to go beyond 10, but it does seem to have quite a wide frequency response, this speaker, for what you would consider to be a woofer. Well, I'd be very interested in anybody who's got any comments about how I can fix this problem. I don't want to peel this all off, I'll just wreck it to try and recenter it, and you've got to take the dust cap off, and there's no guarantee that will work. And it's got a thing underneath it, what do they call it, a spider? Oh dear, absolute nightmare. I think it would be destruction if I tried to attempt to do anything else other than move it over slightly by heating the top and bottom. Anyway, hope somebody's got some comments, and thanks for watching. Bye for now. Oh yeah, and the owners do not want these two back, so I'm left to play with them at my own devices when I got the time and the enthusiasm. Bye for now.